The legal myth that we are busting today is that once you register a trademark, it's like a diamond, it's forever. No, bloop, 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 bloop. Sorry, that is not right. Trademarks are not forever, sadly. You do have to renew them periodically. Most countries now, it's every 10 years. So I had a client recently come to me saying, oh, somebody's infringing my trademark. I had it registered ages ago. Make them stop. And when I looked up the trademark, he was absolutely devastated to find that because the 10 years had passed and he hadn't paid the renewal fee, what had happened was he'd moved addresses, and he hadn't let the intellectual property office know. So the renewal reminder went to his old address. So he didn't pay the renewal. The other person was trading. My guy didn't have the trademark registered. And in the meantime, the other guy actually got it registered as well. So it was a complete mess. I was able to help him, but it cost a fair amount of money, and it was a bit of a mess for him. So unlike diamonds, trademarks are not forever. There is also, just to dig it in a little, there is also an exception to the rule that they last for 10 years. And the exception is, if you haven't used it, in Australia it's for the past 3 years. Other countries have various time limits. Some countries it's as much as 5 years. So if you haven't used it within that period that the law states in that particular country, your trademark can be removed from the trademarks register. Now this is particularly dangerous in Australia, because in some other countries, if somebody wants to remove your trademark by claiming you didn't use it, in some countries, they have to prove you didn't use it. In Australia, they have decided, well, how do you prove a negative? How do you prove somebody did not do something? It's kind of tricky. So how it works here is that all you have to do is have a pretty fair idea that it hasn't been used. Then you file the legal documentation, and the trademark owner has to prove that they did use it. So if somebody files a removal against your trademark, you have to prove that you did use it. In Australia, it's the last 3 years before that removal application was filed. Not only that, you have to prove that it was what the courts call genuine commercial use. So basically, you used it as a trademark. You did what other people in your industry normally do with your trademark. Now, if you know that somebody's nosing around and you quickly want to start using it, sometimes that helps, but it has to be genuine use. So there was this one case, the Merit case, to do with cigarettes. Merit actually wanted to be called Merit, but they couldn't get Merit for cigarettes. I'll explain that in another video. So they registered Merit so that anybody else using Merit they could sue. And then to keep the Merit trademark alive, they had to make sure they used it, because that wasn't actually their brand. Their brand was Merit. So anyway, somebody applied for removal, and they said, we have used it. Look, Your Honor, we sold 10 million cigarettes. And the judge said, when you take into consideration how many cigarettes normal cigarette companies sell, 10 million is not a commercial sale. It's just a sale to try and keep the trademark alive. So you didn't really use it properly, and you can't have it anymore. So your take home is keep using your trademark, keep records of if you've won awards and they've mentioned your trademark, if you've done advertising campaigns, marketing, Facebook marketing, anything that you've done in your business, invoices, old invoices that show your trademark. With trademark use, old use is good, but also in the past few years is good. So keep accurate records. Go and get yourself an external hard drive. Keep everything. You never know when you'll need it. So the myth is that trademarks are forever. They can be forever if you keep using them and you keep renewing them. My name is Cathryn Warburton. I am the Legal Lioness.